How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be continuing one of my new favorite what-ifs on this channel, which is, what if the Dragon Balls couldn't revive anyone? Yes, this scenario can be done without having a massively dark ending, and we managed to pass the fight with Raditz and have Goku survive. If you missed the last part, make sure you click the link up above to check it out, as it feels one of my best videos as of late. Anyways, with all that out of the way, I want to set a quick like goal for this part. If we can get this vid to, let's say, 500 likes, then I will gladly continue the series into another part. Now let's dive back into this scenario. We pick up with Goku, Piccolo, and Appa making their way to Kami's lookout to discuss what they're going to do about the Saiyan invasion. The first ally Kami can think of to help out would be King Kai, but of course we need to be in the afterlife to train with him, so obviously that's not going to work. He can try his best to train the Earthlings for the fight, but as for Goku and Piccolo, they far exceed his level right now, and wouldn't get any benefits from this. There has to be another way. Goku suggests that maybe him and Piccolo can train together in the hyperbolic time chamber, as sure it was very hard for him as a kid, but he's much stronger now. Plus if Piccolo is there with him, he'll be getting some amazing gains, and the two can boost their powers to extreme heights. Piccolo at first isn't exactly too fond of the idea of being locked in a room alone with Goku for a year, but Goku tells him that if he doesn't, then they're all probably going to be killed by these Saiyans. The two are far stronger than Raditz, and they seriously almost died because of him. They need to do everything in their power to get stronger and defend the planet. Piccolo sighs, and says that he's only going to go along with this so he can be the one to rule this world himself. Kami sighs, and he knows that this isn't exactly how Piccolo feels anymore. Before Goku goes in, Kami suggests that maybe Gohan should begin training under him as well, since the kid was able to knock down Raditz with one blow, so if he's trained by Kami, he might be an extremely valuable asset to the fight. Goku completely agrees, and quickly returns to Earth and asks Chi-Chi if Gohan can train up with Kami. Of course, Chi-Chi would say no, but after convincing her that he'd be training with God, and getting knowledge not only about fighting, but all of the earthly knowledge out there, Chi-Chi decides that it's okay, as long as he gets an education, and says it's only okay if she gets to go up there and help out with him as well, to monitor his progress. Goku would be more than happy to have his whole family up there with him, so he takes Chi-Chi and Gohan up to the lookout to begin training under Kami. Now before Goku goes into the chamber, he asks one thing of Kami. If he remembers that strange transformation he seemed to undergo all those years ago, and if it relates back to the Saiyan heritage that Raditz was going on about. Kami says that that very well may be what it was, and it was a huge burst of power that Goku displayed. If he really wants to, he should train to try and get that form again, as this might be very useful to the fight. Goku thanks Kami, and him and Piccolo enter the hyperbolic time chamber to begin their training. Kami invites up the other Z fighters, Yamcha and Tien, to the lookout, and all of the humans begin their training under Kami for the upcoming fight with the Saiyans as well. Of course, after only a day, Goku and Piccolo emerge from the time chamber, much stronger than ever. The two spent a whole year training together and got some fantastic gains. Of course, these two would have a tougher time in the time chamber than they originally did in the Cell Saga, as 10 times gravity is a lot for them, and the weather shifts do a lot, but these two still did manage to survive in there, and get stronger and stronger. Goku and Piccolo training together is really great for the two, as these two get very powerful, and Piccolo manages to fully master his special beam cannon, where there was no charge time whatsoever, which is going to help out a lot against these Saiyans. Goku also managed to utilize his Saiyan heritage, being able to fully transform into the Wrathful form. That's right, Goku was able to search deep inside of him, fully accessing his Saiyan roots to get to the Wrathful form. Goku wasn't able to get to Super Saiyan form, since before it was so taxing on his body that he passed out so fast. The Wrathful form is far less taxing, and Goku thinks on the outside world, he will be able to fully master the Wrathful form without the tough conditions of the room. And the two leave much stronger. Now, after this year of training in a time chamber, how strong are these two? Well, after once again going over Lightro Storm's time chamber calculations, I'm going to say that by training together, Goku and Piccolo both get a 7.5 times increase in power, meaning Goku goes from 516 to 3,870, while Piccolo goes from 508 to 3,810, which of course isn't enough to even defeat Nappa as of now, but remember this is only like the first few days after Raditz died, and they're already this powerful. That's not even including the Wrathful form multiplier either, which will boost Goku's full power to 38,700, way higher than even Vegeta's max. Now that Goku and Piccolo are out, they can train alongside the other Z fighters as well, for the remaining year, and help in increasing everybody's powers even further. With these two around to help out even more, Tien, Yamcha, and Appa get some insane increases in power as well, not only being able to get even stronger than Raditz, but far above him as well. They wouldn't get a huge boost compared to the time chamber training, but all of them should be around 3 to 5,000. especially since after the years completed, Goku and Piccolo have gotten to over 9,000 through training together. Gohan also gets very powerful, reaching a 3,000 power level from training with Kami and his father. Chi-Chi even got back into training since everybody else up there was as well, and managed to get a 2,000 increase with training. Finally, the fateful day has arrived, with the Saiyans making their way to Earth, and Nappa instantly destroys the city they arrived in, completely wiping out all life there. Now remember, these guys can't come back either, meaning this is a huge loss for the Z-Fighters to handle, and they all rush in to go face off against the Saiyans. Vegeta and Nappa are very curious about how powerful Goku can be, and send in the Cybermen to fight with him. Now, since everybody is much stronger due to training together, the Z-Fighters take out all of the Cybermen themselves, with little to no difficulty, meaning Yamcha is spared from death right off the bat. Nappa decides that he's going to step in now, show off to Goku that he is the better Saiyan, but Goku just tosses around Nappa with no troubles at all, and his fight with Nappa goes pretty much the same as canon, with him being crippled on the ground. Vegeta is disgusted that Nappa is taken out by this low-class trash, so he flings Nappa into the air to kill him himself. Vegeta then decides to take on Goku, and during their battle, Vegeta has the clear advantage, being a lot stronger than Goku in his base. Goku doesn't want to unleash the wrathful form just yet, so Piccolo steps in to fight alongside him, just like with Raditz to hold him off. Of course, these two have trained together for technically 2 years now, so they fight much better together now than they did before, and Vegeta begins to have some trouble. He's also very unlucky that the other Z-Fighters are around too, since if either Goku or Piccolo gets knocked away, Appa, Tien, Yamcha, Chi-Chi, or Gohan will jump in to fight back as well, leaving Vegeta greatly outnumbered, and this begins to get overwhelming for the Prince. Vegeta flies up into the air as fast as he can, and with this, he sees the full moon, being able to transform into a great ape. Remember, Piccolo never needed to destroy the moon in his scenario, so the real moon itself is around here to have Vegeta use it to his full advantage. Since Vegeta didn't need to use a power ball, he gets the full 10 times multiplier without dropping strength any, which is very bad news since he manages to increase his power level to 180,000. Goku can see this is very bad news, and he transforms to his own wrathful form, getting his power to only 91,000. Wrathful Goku isn't able to do much of anything, and is smacked around by the Great Ape, getting crippled easily as in canon. While the other Z-Fighters try to help out, Vegeta is too much for everybody, and even manages to smack Yamcha down to the ground with his tail, and then steps on him, crushing him. Yamcha is dead. Goku watches in horror as one of his oldest friends has just been killed. This wasn't supposed to happen again. He was supposed to be strong enough to save everybody, but he's failing them again. Why does he keep failing them? Why is he never strong enough? The others are being beaten around badly. All of them, even Gohan and Chi-Chi. Tien is the only one with enough strength to save the two, and launches his most powerful tri-beam at Vegeta's face, hitting him dead on, stunning him momentarily, allowing Chi-Chi and Gohan to get out of the way. Tien smiles, as he at last managed to do some good in the last few years of his life, but he's run out of strength now. He collapses to the ground and sheds a tear, saying, "Chaozu, here I come, buddy," and passes on. Goku has had enough of this, of his friends dying. Not anymore. He weakly stands up, shaking in fury, his eyes laying on Yamcha and Tien's corpses. Not anymore. Not anymore! Goku screams out, his hair raising up and turning gold once again. This time, Goku is able to keep this form up, finally being able to use it in its entirety. Vegeta stares in complete shock and horror at what's just happened before him. What kind of form is this? It couldn't be, could it? Not the legendary Super Saiyan form right in front of him. This can't be happening. Goku's 50 times multiplier clocks in at 455,000, meaning Goku now wipes the floor with Great Ape Vegeta in no time flat, beating him badly. Now, with Vegeta not being able to move, Goku thinks of what he should do. Either kill him, or not. It's a tough decision, as he killed two of his oldest friends. Goku's morality has really changed in this scenario. He's really pushed himself to be able to prevent his friend's death, as he completely lost it when Roshi and Krillin were killed. He always wants to be able to protect his friends, and he'll do whatever it takes to protect them. The reason he didn't kill Piccolo was because it would mean killing Kami as well, and plus it wasn't really this Piccolo that killed his friends, it was his father. But here, Vegeta killed his friends himself, and for that, he can't forgive him. It's a tough choice for Goku, but he decides to fire a full-power Kamehameha and kill Vegeta. Goku lands back to the ground, wondering if he did the right thing. Gohan then runs up and hugs his father, saying he was awesome and was a true hero in killing the bad man and saving them all. Goku just looks at Gohan and realizes he made the right choice after all, If he let Vegeta go, he might come back even stronger and kill his family. His family means everything to him, and he can't put them in danger like that. He did the right thing in killing Vegeta. After the battle, the group returned to the lookout to heal, and think of what to do next. Piccolo recalls what Vegeta and Nappa called him earlier, a Namekian. He is from another planet after all, meaning that Kami is as well. Is it possible that the Namekians have their own set of Dragon Balls that can be used? Kami says that may be a very good possibility, and while he can't upgrade the Dragon Balls to bring back the dead, maybe the Namekians already had that ability in their own Dragon Balls, if they even have any. The group decides that this is worth a shot, and they should attempt to go back to Namek and return their friends to life. Bulma is obviously willing to make a ship for them to help out traveling to Namek, and this time they just use Goku's old ship, creating the one that Goku used in canon. Now it's time to decide who is going to journey to Namek. Goku and Piccolo are obvious choices, and Gohan wants desperately to come along with his father as well. But Chi-Chi forbids it, as he almost died before, and she can't lose him off on an alien planet. Goku suggests for the both of them to come along as well, so they can all just train together there, and they can all work together just in case anything happens. Of course, Chi-Chi is fine with staying with her husband, and decides that she will come along with him as well. Goku tells Appa that as much as he would like for him to go along with them, he needs to stay here and protect the Earth, just in case any threats arrive. Appa is disappointed that he can't come along, but he understands Goku's reasonings. He has to stay here and be able to defend this place, just in case a threat arrives. Hey, maybe now Kami will let him try the time chamber. Goku and the others bid farewell to their friends as they journey off to Namek, hoping to see if they can revive their friends. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. We covered very different events for the Saiyan saga, and hey, most of our heroes are still alive, so still not a terrible ending quite yet. If you guys want to see what happens in the third part, and if the Namekian Dragon Balls can actually revive people, then make sure you like this video and subscribe, so you can see that when it drops. Before I go, huge shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon, as Dreadpool, Patrick Sandlin, Mr. Darkness, Cooper H, and Always Zero really help keep this channel going. If you want to be like these guys and get your name in the credits, along with a bunch of special perks, go ahead and join the official Damon What If Patreon. That's all for me today guys, so until we meet again, see you later!